All right, so an intro before the intro. I wanted to apologize ahead of time because some of the footage that I have on this video is a little too bright because the camera I used is my indoor camera and I forgot to change the settings for outdoor. So I'm still a bit new at this. I'm not an expert, so I apologize in advance. And also for those who are checking out the video just for the Toyota BZ4X, I have chapters down below in the description and you can skip ahead. So enjoy the show. Thank you. Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Sherwin, and in this video I'm coming to you from the Model Y studios, and I'm on my way to Abby's work. So earlier I get a notification in my Tesla app that our Model X doors were unlocked, was left unlocked, and it's been parked for some time. There's a setting in the Teslas where it can notify you via app when you're not at home or you're not at your favorite places, because you could program these things and have it notify you if you forget to lock the door and you're not in the car. So it notified me and I call her up and she's like, oh, I guess something was wrong or whatever. I don't know. So she didn't realize that that notification came through. Now, I love my wife, but that's just how she is, right? She's just very busy, and there's times she ignores my text. Now that could just be part of her personality, or that could be me. So whenever I get these notifications, I always check up, and yeah, I guess something, I don't know, something got triggered and just it didn't lock. But then she also tells me that on the way to work, there might have been a rock that hit the windshield, and she's not sure if there was any damage, if there's any chip, because she had to run in when she got to work, so she didn't even bother checking. So I'm headed over there. I want to make sure there's no damage. In my opinion, it can't wait, simply because Teslas are pretty sealed, and when you get cracks on your windshield and the temperature inside your car is different from the temperature outside, it could make the damage worse. So I just want to go over there and check it out and hope that if there is any damage, that we need to go and take care of it right away. Hopefully it's not too bad. Usually I take it to a glass shop and they'll put some sort of glue on there to keep the crack from spreading. Depending on the area and depending on the location where you live, if that crack is right in front of the visibility of the driver, I mean, you should replace it, because you could get a fix-it ticket. But I'm just gonna go ahead and just assess if there's any damage. I'm hoping there's no damage. And then if there is any damage, to try to get it fixed immediately. Just to give you an idea, I last checked the interior temperature. It's 81 degrees and the outside temperature is around the 60s. So there's a 20-degree difference between outside temps and inside interior temperature. Again, these cars are sealed fairly well, and you have a glass roof, so when the sun hits it, I mean, it's supposed to have heat rejection, but you're also trapping a lot of heat inside because it's pretty sealed. So hopefully we don't see any damage. That's what I'm hoping for, maybe just a scratch. But we're gonna go and check it out, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we are here, and I just double checked the temperature differences. I'm looking at the phone app, and it says it's 83 degrees inside the car, while it's 63 degrees Fahrenheit outside the car. So there's a 20-degree difference in temperature. So this is not good if you do have damage to your windows. It could get worse. So we're gonna go ahead and check it out. Okay, so I'm not sure if you could see it, but it's right here, very small. but there is a gash. But I'm gonna take it in to get it checked out, and I don't know, I worry about these things simply because in the Model X it's a little dirty, but see, this is the windshield, but it goes all the way up to like right here. That's where the windshield stops. So if you had a bad damage on this thing, that's the amount of glass that's going to be replaced. And it's I think I've heard somewhere between 1,200 to even more. So let's not get it any worse, and we're gonna just have it checked out. All right, so I'm back here at Best Choice Auto Glass, and this is the place I go because I trust their services. And right now Miguel is fixing the little damage, and I showed up in a good time because there's a Toyota BZ4X thing that they're working on. So I'm gonna wait for the owner, if I get a chance to talk to him, to see about the car. I'm here again with Miguel, my buddy Miguel, who did my tint. He actually said that some of you came out and got your windows tinted on your Tesla, so I appreciate that. I wish you would have commented in the video and just let me know, but Miguel told me that a handful of you guys came and gave your support, gave business to him, so we appreciate that. And hopefully you can give me a feedback on how you like your tint. But so far, every time I come here, I get good service, and I'm here getting my windows fixed. And Miguel's gonna be showing us some tools that he used to fix the little damage on the windshield. So what do we have, Miguel?
So what do we have here? This is what we call I would say bridge injector. That's what they call it, because it has the 3 platforms. So what it is, this thing right here, it's a little suction cup. You just put it right on the windshield. Always you want to put it just on the top, right? Because this is the guy you want to aim at to put it direct to the chip repair. I mean
to the actual damage
to the glass.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
And the suction cup just holds it in place.
The suction cup just holds it, and
okay.
It will maintain pressure too, though.
Okay.
So, and then you can adjust it. This is the third, let's say the arm.
Okay.
So this is the one you put pressure, less pressure. That way you have you can read the chip, because you just not go to trying to fix the chip. You're trying to read it, because and depends on the weather. If you put a lot of pressure, it can crack.
Oh.
So also has this adjuster screw right here. See, I don't know if you can see it. So you can adjust it, go more pressure, less pressure. And then also you have the injector. This is the injector. And then we have right here, so say this is your windshield right here, and this is the damage in the glass. Once you have this, you're gonna unscrew this, right? This guy right here.
Okay.
The plunge, this is what they call the plunge. So this liquid, we call Mega Bond right there.
Okay.
Made it by Delta. So this, you put a couple drops. I always go 7 drops.
7 drops.
Depends how big is the chip. So always depends. If it's quite bad, I would recommend just fix something that's smaller than $0.25.
Okay.
It's because if it gets bigger than that, the injector is not strong enough to push and travel all the glue.
Okay.
So I would say I will use just 7 drops. To me, I already know it's like half of this.
How many drops did you use?
7. I use 7.
Even on that small.
And the small, I would say like 4.
4. Okay.
Drops.
About half.
Right. So you always want a little extra, just that way you don't have the injector dry. I mean, run out and dry, and then you have to do it again.
Okay.
And you don't want to do that. So it's better to have a little extra, because if you have extra, the leftover you can use that as a shield. So you can put the other stuff. What do you call this? It's the curing paper.
Okay.
So that way you have that extra, and you just tap it once you take this off.
Okay.
So you put 7 drops, and then once you have it like secure, and then you put just a little injector right here.
And
you let it,
applicator or something.
Yeah, whatever. After you put the applicator,
Okay.
And then in the bottom, you see, I was using this little torch.
Yeah, yeah, a little torch. Right,
So
right.
what happened is because with the weather right now, it's kind of it's kind of
Cold.
chill.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you wanna what are you doing? Heat it in the bottom. It's helping the glue or the liquid to travel to the lines.
Okay. So
Sort of.
where the damaged areas
With the
are, so it
damage
could
area.
spread.
So it can spread, yeah.
Okay.
Because this liquid is thick.
Ah.
A little heavy.
Okay.
So once you do that, you just unscrew this. When you unscrew this, you push in pressure, right? Like you grabbing air,
Yes.
pushing pressure to the damage, and then you do it like 4 times. So when you'll see you're reading when you're reading the chip, you'll see how much you need. You need less. There's no you don't need no more pressure. You take it off, and that's how you do the last process.
Okay.
Like
Cool.
what we have there.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, so that's
All right.
it. Just this a little guy. It just do the whole magic. It's not a lot, but I mean, it's just a little tool.
Okay. So all right. Well, thank you for that explanation, Miguel. We're gonna be
Oh,
checking
anytime.
out on that and see how we're doing
How
with
would
the fix.
Let's see the
Thank you.
final. So here is the last step, right? So this is the guy that I would say what do you call film, the film curing. So putting this on top of the glue that will help to curing the remember the extra glue that I apply. Doing that, removing that, you go slowly like this, so gentle. You don't want to do this because you don't want to take the material, so you want to go like a uniform cut, like this. And I know here you can hear it's nasty.
Yeah. Is
So.
it scratchy?
No, no, no. So another thing too, though, you gotta make sure you're using the blades that are carbon, like a carbon blade. No,
Okay. They're
no,
not.
no, no,
They're
not
not
carbon.
regular blades.
I'm sorry,
They're
no, stainless steel. That's what it
stainless
is.
steel. Okay.
You don't want to use those carbons. That's the one that scratch your glass. So
Okay.
no, not those. You use the good ones.
Okay.
So here is your final chip right there. So let's just try to see if you can feel it and see. Just see right there. That means it got.
Oh yeah.
So it got smoother,
Yeah,
right?
it got smooth.
So there's another thing. Let me go get the polish.
Okay.
This one. Well, this is kind of dusty, right? But it's also by Delta. So this is the polish cream. I don't use it ever often, but what you do with that, you just let it set right there. Like I said, it's not a whole lot, but big deal. But I mean, for some customers, oh wow, this is awesome. So now what you're doing is this, just polishing, and you can do couple times, but with that, should do it good. It should be fine.
All right. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was informative. Thank you, Miguel, for sharing on how you fix the crack on the windows. This is not a sponsored video again. It costs $75 to fix. It may seem high or it may seem low, but think about this. My insurance deductible is $500. And in California, they used to have a deductible separate to fix windshields, right? And I think back then it was only $125 or something, so that you don't have to pay your usual deductible, but they'll fix the windshield for like 125 bucks. They've done away with that, and from what I was told and from researching, the reason why they no longer cover it, at least in California, or at least State Farm and now Tesla, because those are State Farm was my old insurance and now Tesla is my new insurance. They don't have that anymore, or they don't provide that option anymore. But I was told, or I learned, that the reason for that is it's just really expensive to replace windshield. Pretty much most new cars nowadays come with sensors on the windshield, whether it be like cameras or LiDAR or Tesla Vision. But those have to be, I guess, reconfigured when you remove windshields. So the cost of that is pretty expensive, I guess. So looking around the internet, at least for Model 3s, I thought I saw an average cost for windshield replacements at about $1,200. So my deductible is $500, like I mentioned. So $75 isn't really a bad price, considering that if it gets worse, that's how much I would have to pay, $500. And that the windshield on the Model X is just way, like, from, you know, the hood to, so just be aware of that. Teslas are sealed cars, and as I showed earlier, the temperature difference between the inside of the car and the outside temperature is at least 20 degrees at times. So if you don't pay attention to these cracks and chips, it can get worse. So just be aware of that. That's why I wanted to share this video. Once again, thank you to a handful of you who went to check out Miguel's tint shop because you watched my Model Y tint video. Much appreciated. I wish you would have sent me a message just to let me know, but it's all good. Thank you again. Okay, so now here is the footage that I took on the Toyota BZ4X. That's a heck of a name. While I was there getting my windshield repaired, there was a Toyota BZ4X getting their windows tinted. I met the owner. Shout out to Ranil. Thank you for allowing me to take footage of the vehicle. He previously owned a RAV4 and wanted to get something very close to his RAV4. And he was sharing with me that they're going back to work because he's been working remotely. So he's soon to go back to work and needed something very efficient than what he previously had. So this was the, I guess, the upgrade route he wanted to do from RAV4 to BZ4X. And so this is the first time I've seen it up close and in person. It looks really nice. I really like how it looks very aerodynamic. The back part has some kind of a spoiler, but it's like split in half. Like there's a left side spoiler and a right side spoiler. And it's not, the spoiler is not on the trunk itself. It's coming off of the roof line or something. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but hopefully the videos I've took do some justice. Again, apologies on the settings of the camera. I thought I could fix it in post, but nope. I just had the wrong settings. So hopefully you enjoy the clips here. just before I end this video, I want to also share a couple more updates. The Model X is scheduled to have a service appointment on February 8th, and this is to address that clacking noise that I shared with you on a previous video. If you haven't checked that out, please go check that out. I don't know if the clicking will be resolved because I just really think it's something else. Now, one of you was kind enough to share feedback in the comments on one of the videos and share that you had a similar issue with your Model X with the clicking noise, and it has something to do with the hub. You just needed the lubrication and stuff. So they replaced my hub, but man, I still hear it. So I don't know. Hopefully it does get resolved, but they are going to be replacing the bracket. They are going to charge at least $375.06, but it should be covered under warranty. Usually when they schedule your appointment, they give you an invoice. Most of the time, if it's covered under warranty, it's $0, but sometimes they'll put a price in there and they'll just adjust it as soon as you go over there. Now, if you're concerned, just give them a call before you show up and say, hey, I thought this was covered under warranty, and then they'll adjust it on your app and it'll show $0. If you haven't checked out my reasons video on whether or not you should buy a Tesla, please go check it out. Or if you know someone who is on the fence or maybe is curious about buying an EV or a Tesla, please share that video with them. I know it's pretty long, but I do have chapter markers on the description so you could skip around, but I wanted to provide enough examples and enough details for each of the reasons that I've given and shared. So if you haven't checked it out, please check it out. Or if you think that it was helpful, please share it with the people that you know who are curious about EVs or Teslas, or who are on the fence or about to buy, or they're just unsure. Hopefully that video will help them. So the channel is growing. I'm very excited. I'm happy. A lot of you have been reaching out and not on the video comments. So a lot of these are behind the scenes stuff, but I just wanna thank you because some of you have reached out in other means like Facebook Messenger and DMs on Instagram and stuff. So thank you very much. Thank you for all those people who have been commenting on the videos. Great conversations. All we're doing is just continuing to share experiences, continuing to share information. I love it. It's great. So let's keep it going, keep it moving. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you like the video, please like the video. If your windshield gets damaged, even it's a little crack or a little nick, please pay attention to it because it could get worse. So just be safe out there, have fun with your cars, and see you on the next video. Go check out Miguel, Miguel, and no. Okay, who you guys are, but no, man, helicopter, right? Right.